The biggest complaint that I have is that people can't get a grievance filed. It sounds to me like they're not even filing them. Show me the grievance, you know, and that's what I was doing at the last union meeting. I was, show me the grievance. And so the next thing you know, someone in the back starts hauling for the sergeant at arms. Like they need to grab me and throw me out of the union meeting because I won't stop complaining that I'm being lied to. Right now, our union is afraid of management. Our union should not be afraid of management. They should not. I hope by the time that this is over, that our union is afraid of its members.
In March 1970, U.S. postal workers went on strike. It was the first nationwide strike against the government and the largest wildcat strike in history.
We called it a wildcat strike because postal workers went out on strike in opposition to what the union leaders were advising them to do.
In several large cities, the post offices are shut down. In New York, for example, the mail system is wholly paralyzed by illegal walkout.
The government immediately obtained a court order against the strike, and union leaders ordered the carriers back to work. Many refused.
I don't like to go on strike, but we must because they've been pussyfooting too long.
You can't live in New York City on what they're giving you.
Prior to the strike, raises were dictated by Congress. Congress said, yeah, we're going to give them a raise. Congress says, no, we're not going to give them a raise. That's what created the strike.
I've been told I'm eligible for welfare, but I don't want to take welfare.
We want to work, but this is the only means we have of letting Congress know that we cannot take it any longer. Either they give us what we should have, or we will stay out on strike until hell freezes over.
I pulled the Berkeley Heights office out, 8 to 10 clerks in there. I was a young buck, and I took a chance. In reality, where everybody that walked the line, I should have been fired. But we took a chance to make it better for everybody else.
Well, what if what you're doing is illegal?
I don't care. If they want to put me in jail, put me in jail. But they haven't got a jail big enough to put all of us in.
The strike has spread from coast to coast. Now it directly affects 14 states and has involved about 200,000 postal workers.
I have just now directed the activation of the men of the various military organizations to begin in New York City the restoration of essential mail services.
Do you think you're doing it as fast as a postal worker?
No, I don't. No. He must have his own little tricks because I can't find half the slots.
What exactly are you doing?
I don't really know.
Finally, Nixon had to give the postal workers what they were asking for.
This decision that I have made.
12% pay increase, quicker raises, no penalties for local union leaders.
Collective bargaining and binding arbitration.
And I am grateful for the strikers, because if it wasn't for the strikers of 1970, we wouldn't be where we are today in the Postal Service.
And everybody, knows today what happened. We've got the American Postal Workers Union, we got the Postal Service and a private corporation, and we made out.
It put them on a different footing with management, being able to strike this major operation and essentially bring it to its knees. I would say that it wasn't a wholesale victory.
The forces around Nixon said, make the post office stand on its own 2 feet and only operate within its own revenues. And so they pulled it out of the post office department, which was a cabinet level department, and put it into a public corporation.